we weren't living by the laws, we weren't living by God's rules, and we need to worship Yahweh and Yahweh only. If you look at the history within the biblical text between 9th century David times period and to the 2nd century BC, you'll see they break in every single rules, homosexuality, not eating right, doing everything.
Too? Who was the homos?
There was no homosexuality in Israel?
No, I'm asking you, who was the homos?
I'm asking you, there was no homosexuality in Israel?
I asked you first, though. You don't answer
the people that lived in the region of Israel were, I mean, they practiced homosexuality. They weren't at the temple dressed up like females and in Kings. It's not, I think it's in Kings or one of those chapters. I mean, I think you and Daniel got into it over that years ago.
No, I need to see. I know Sodom and Gomorrah. And I would never say that they, Israel was off like hell. So I would never say that they not. I just want to know what you're talking about.
Okay. I think it's in Kings, because I actually did a chapter called "Where the Ancient Israelite Homosexual." It didn't make it to this, but it's going to be in volume 2.
It's going to be in volume 2. Okay.
Where so I actually defend the Jonathan and David story and show
that's not homosexual at all.
Yeah. So I already defend that.
That ain't like Shaka when he say.
So what about the oath, the Yarrick oath in Genesis?
When you put the hand under the thigh.
Yeah.
That's not homosexual.
What's that?
That's an oath.
So a hand underneath the thigh. So you have men do that to you right now?
No, we don't take that oath.
You don't take that oath?
No, we don't.
Why not?
There's no need. We don't take oath.
It's actually a euphemism.
We don't take oath.
It's actually a euphemism.
So now what we do now is so I took an oath when I became a captain, when I became a priest. Right. Oil was poured on my head, prayers were said, I said the name, that's my oath.
Oh, okay. So they didn't have no secret oath under the thighs?
Nah, no oath like that.
But would you consider that?
Homosexual.
So hold on. So if a man, by the way, under the thighs is a euphemism. It means the genital area. It's really the balls.
No.
It's a euphemism. Me and you could debate that one day.
Yeah,
we could debate that.
Yeah,
we're going to debate that. Look at him laughing. Look at him laughing. You know I'm telling the truth. Captain,
I'm laughing because I can't believe
it's a euphemism.
Grab some niggas' balls.
That's why it's called a secret oath. So you gonna hold my secret because I'm holding your balls.
How do we know?
Because the Bible writers again. Hold on a second. You know which culture put under the thighs, right?
Who?
The Romans and the Greeks.
Uh-oh.
What time period was the Jews interacting with the Romans and the Greeks?
So we're gonna go right back to what I just said.
To shared culture, right, and craziness.
Not the shared culture, but we'll go right back to when I said could the influence be reversed. But it's still not.
I agree with that. So that
now
means
you want to agree with me.
So yeah, they influence. You're right, Captain.
Now you want to agree
Captain,
with
you
me.
right all the time, man. You right all the time. Touching underneath the thighs. It's a euphemism, bro. It's a euphemism.
The thing with us, what
do they say pussy? Do they say pussy in the Bible, or vagina?
They say vagina.
No, they don't.
They might say the
they
womb
use a euphemism.
You hear the matrix. You hear womb.
Yeah, they don't say actual. They don't say sexual intercourse.
Yeah,
they don't say sexual intercourse. He has come into her, or something like that.
A woman's womb is the matrix in the Bible.
The matrix.
Yeah.
Where you get
that from?
Exodus 13. Y'all never seen the word
Matrix?
Yeah, man.
I never seen it in the Bible.
Matrix not even in Old English, man. Where do y'all get that from? From a new revised version?
Of course, that's a translation. I'm talking about in English, that's what it says. In Hebrew, of course, it's not going to say matrix.
Okay. But it's the same like they're not going to say vagina or pussy or,
no, it's going to say...
or male genitalia balls.
But it would say loins, though.
Yeah, like, the loins,
when Solomon died and his son took over, he made a point to say, as cruel as Solomon was, it won't measure to the pinky of my loins or something like that. So it does say loins.
Wow.
If it meant meaning how hard he was going to be on the people. So if it says thigh, it's thigh. You ain't going to turn the Bible homosexual.
No,
if it said loins,
let me ask you a question.
If it said loins, then we would have to talk. But it don't say loins.
All right.
Say
So
thigh.
what if I prove to you right now in the Hebrew that it's talking about male genitalia?
Uh-oh.
Maybe we could talk about it maybe off camera. No, only reason I say that because I don't want to get into a debate. I can go.
All right, leave it alone. You know what?
I'm going to defend it.
Leave it alone.
I am going to defend it.
Or you going to defend if a man was grabbing the balls?
No, I'm going to defend you're wrong.
How?
Okay, hold on. All right, I'm going to give a quick example, Captain. Say, for example, right, whoever is over you. I don't know who is over you. As a captain, what's above you? A general or a lieutenant?
No, another captain can
Another
be
captain be over you. So a captain come to you and say, yo, I want to do an oath with you as written in Genesis 24:2 or Genesis 47 or whatever, right? And he says, you got to grab my balls as a promise, as an oath. And he said, the Bible said that. Would you do it?
He would never say that to me. Like put my hand under his thigh?
Yeah.
We don't do oaths in that fashion.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're not following the Bible then?
I am following the Bible. That's why I said I took an oath when I became a priest.
All right, cool. All right, let's get back to the book, man.
We just don't do oaths in that fashion, but we could definitely have that discussion.